我写错吧。
Turn to page 73 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll chant praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. Oi tempa chonde de shing shepa ja chompa yang da pa sope sanke ripa dang sadhu tempa de wa shepa ji de chempa shepon de kalon jo lana me pala da mi nam je tempa sanje chonde de jawa cha cha Tempa chonde de shepa ja chompa yang da pa sope sanke ripa dang sadhu tempa de wa shepa ji de chempa shepon de kalon jo lana me pala da mi nam je tempa sanje chonde de shakya Tempa chonde de shepa chompa yang da pa sope sanke ripa dang sadhu tempa de wa shepa ji de chempa shepon de kalon jo lana me pala mi nam je tempa sanje chonde de pe ja wa sha ja tu ba la cha lo che do cha Ganse kyani so che dangje sa jen de la komba ni wone ngano ji den na cho je su de je ke ba che la cha nam ba gma cho do se do wa si je da go si je no mo cha ba ji de so na la me wa no mo chu je cha chong so lo chen jo de mo zhi mian da we sha sen do ra wa Chan zala dra chira se va se ma che nyame che che la Lo mo che 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 tempo bo Sena ye che chan ze che la sha Da be de ja cha wa ju che ye so le do Che do den da she jo ma she jo che la cha Tone trove la ya de la ba ta la rap de Shinge tamba yin de ge do la yo chak se lo sang ge cho la chak se lo che ba che la chak se lo ge do che la chak sum la ta tu ku chak cha che ba tang che la shi do kun che tang yin lu tu pa yin nam cho do de ba chak se Dipa chiya me shashi kewa putsu tsopa Ragi semni yon sudu dini sange tempa Amara rima miyada gyoma shupa chupa Milando tanti tapu duje chena di tata Sanamandi tanti jipai gompanto ni kanku daktude Gadanandan chiwe daktude sipe chola jawa Turn to page 76.
Yeah, follow us, okay, lead, follow us, yeah. Lead.
Oh. Papa Kunjo Sumla Cha Selo Nege Nage Deva Tujana Jumde de Dabe Ka Chage Gumbo Rela Gunde Chembo Da Chanjo Sembe Gunde Chembo Da Tabje Dojo Do De Ze Jumde de Samona Shesha Chije Namda Je Dingen Zola Nyamba Shudo Yan De Ze Chanjo Sembo Sembo Chembo Baba Shereze Oje Sherate Paro Chemba Samo Sheba Nila Namba Tashi Pembo Ngabo Teta Ya Nashi Je Tomba Namba Labo Tene Sanje Je Tu Tseda Demba Sharebo Shanjo Semba Semba Chembo Baba Shereze Oje La Dige Je Meso Rije Bo Kala La Shera Je Paro Chemba Same Sheba Cheba Deba De Nama Tawa De Chebo Shanjo Seba Chembo Baba Shereze Oje Ye Tseda Demba Shari Datia Pola Dige Je Meso Sharebo Rije Bo Rije Bo Kala La Shera Je Paro Chemba Same Sheba Sheba Deba De Jena Namba Tawa Shade Pembo Ngabo Teta Shara Shinji Tomba Nomba Yantaba Shiso Tawo Su Tomba Tomba Ni Shiso Tomba Ni Shemayeno Tomba Ni Leja Su Shemayeno Tesheda Soa Don Tesheda Tesheda Nomba Shivana Tomba Wo Charebo Teta Vidonje Tomba Senye Meba Macheba Mangaba Tema Meba Tema Da Tawa Meba Tawa Meba Guma Meba Teta Vina Tomba Nila Sume Soa Me Deshe Me Deshe Me Namba Sheba Me Mime Nawa Me Name Lume Yume Sume Name Trime Rome Resha Me Trime Rome Ige Kame Ije Kame Ije Namba Shebe Kamje Bada Yome Da Maria Ba Me Maria Ba Seba Me Ba Ne Gashe Me Gashe Sebe Bada Yome Da Teja Sunga Wada Kunjo Wada Goba Na Lame Ije Me Toba Me Madoba Yame Da Shari Bola Tega Vena Shanje Semba Nala Toba Me Be Shire Sheraje Paro Sembala Teje Ne De Sela Tiba Me Be Taba Me De Shije Lole Shindo Nene Nyangere Debe Ta Shindo Tisanda Namba Shebe Saje Taje Ja Sheraje Paro Da Shimala Tene Lana Yadaba Dobe Chaje Ngomba Doba Saje Zane Davena Shiraje Paro Da Shembe Nga Riba Shembe Nga Lana Mebe Minya Badanya Benga Tunga Tanje Rata Shiva Shibenga Miza Bena Demba Shiva Shade Shiraje Paroda Shibenga Miba Teata Gade Gade Para Samgade Bodhi Sova Sharib Shacho Samba Samba Chamo Teta Shiraje Paroda Shima Samala Labash Tene Chumde Tenge Tele Chajo Samba Samba Chambo Papa Chere Zemuchela Leso Shishawa Chene Leso Rijebo Tete Jana Jebo Tete Jende Cheta Chije Temba Tete Shiraja Parota Chimba Samola Cheba Shate Tishi Shaba Namja Jezayin Chumde Tete Tege Kasane Teta Dema Sharian Tatia Boza Chajo Samba Samba Papa Jereze Mocheta Mocheta Deme Kora Teta Dal Hada Medal Hamai Sajebe Jidinaye Chumde Dejo Sumba Langemba Dedo Kala Chebe Nejo Tambane Neche Zandungaye Tadoje Drupapula Mayu Mushi Nesa Kandi Sola Shansalo Akasamara Shandara Samana Akasamana Shandara Samana Akasamana
Magasamara Chandara Samaraya Pe Teyata Gate Parangate Parasam So Baba Ganjo Sanje Kaye Demeto Je Sera Doba Cheje Meba Cheje Shewa Cheje Shorenga Bato Je Shanda Karuye So Giri Dondra
Shewa Gang Nebe Chanda Tumba Juju Buzu Zuzu Tashi Tenda Mandala long yeah.
O Gyao Chabda Doje Chan Chempo Dang Ngyo Yer Ma Che Pa Yonzo Tempe Ngarang Yonchi Geri Shinye Chempo Sergio Khensur Rinpoche Jetsun Lozan Dele Pels Empire Shengane Tempa Chempu Suje Jamais Shuir Yun Tu 心康不安住，我愿照不灭我见世界杀之，我愿照日给我是家里过夜给过夜死日夜家过日的杀六八八三三八年，那巴拉些杀那面年，列达列巴。 有的那郎着着咱们人不起肉我三界线的这也把马面把也罗多可乐人不起诺不人不起怎么人不起人不人不起狼不人不起大车人不起 马别人莫切，得见把也帮把给，这马路马可着马，那多马都不要马，那些马这家马你马大，人莫切对说的那马家也家子。 绿色拉达米也变成菩萨走吧，马上哇，早起一早我的大这节操啊，那节把的拉马同把那切把太阳有这个。 别上别上岸的头，前边随着草木七月。 星光不瓦就推荐着也天道写作所写呢，那说着马就能给他大娘别三界当界了，推在我前面过，现界了的个。 Page 97. Saji perki. 修行没通，看到节目了，新老觉法修，觉尊喇嘛，当法开。
Kala Khensur Jintrig Jita Tsampep Dujezima Laza Gercheki Idam Guru Ratamadalakam Niryatayami
Saje Cheda Soje Chonala Chanjo Bada Dane Chasunje Dage Cheche Jebe Sonache Nola Sanje Roba Cho Sanje Cheda Soje Chonala Chanjo Bada Chasunche Dage Cheche Jebe Sonache Nola Sanje Roba Cho Sanje Cheda Soje Chonala Chanjo Bada Dane Dage Cheche Jebe Sonache Nola Sanje Roba Cho Maja Nonge Tadanya Veseje Tamonche Toja Name Bayan Taba Zube Sanje Komo Rinpoche Tinyawanyu de Chine Jo Tobaracha Tisha Dava Teba Chime Suje Samose Nyome Kolon Kashe Jerambano Jude Lama Tame Menga Jende Leba Seta de Sembara Cha Oya Tatari Ngaro Suga Amegi Tishe Resere Teyida Ame Tishe Lengi Suma Kangalula Tashi de Lesere Samri Shigis
I was told today is Mother's Day, so I want to say Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
Tate Tushete Yapochi Likija Ame Logis and Ame Narosul Chondo Chorosol Kazonichi Shokasare so Singi Kasa Kala Teshu Karuzation Sheja Kaja Amado Baba Kadichimo Mesing and Mamodu. Raba Tekadichimo Yembe Josetting Chorosol Sheja Shego so sons.
I will take this opportunity today is like Mother's Day, so and I would like to share some of my experience with parents and kindness of parents. I would like to speak a little bit about that. And also I heard in the West that I heard often so that some people say like, oh, the parents are not that kind as you say.
가르쳐 아마데 가르쳐 뭐 이마다 나로서 가르쳐는 공부하시거라 할 레베 아마 가르쳐 모래 나로서 강할 아마 메게지에 영으로 아마 생각에 할 레베 가르쳐 모래 가르쳐서 저는 나와 거도 못절 아메 코바노를 냐요래 나로서 저서 나로서 가르쳐요 하고요 말해 아메 코바노를 신에 나와 거도 못절 아메 코바노 되고요 대체 아메가 가르쳐요 왜 Raba, Ame Koroga Pan Rosa Nyandu, Sheloto, Shishitawa, Kale, Chenama Kobano, Pugate, Meva Chendrosa, the son of Koroga Pe, Roto, Kale, Chen Combapone. And the Koro Kala Shamota, Pena Subena, the Tanel Gaboina, the son of Kobano Pugatel, Negrson, Koro Shada Gaboyona Masane. Toso Sonotoga, Ame Tisha said, Ame Kati Chegar, Ama the Kati Chemo Yamata Chego. 나로서 강할 아마 요아로와 아마데 가리체모 알레 가리체모 예마데 아메 ngalol dedir ame kobanolo dawa go ngoche debarwa teitsel ame 가르쳐요 아마 거로 로딜 콤바트서 시시스네 보네 드니 총차자 드니로는 코반을 보게돼 매바차노 그랬어네 아니 거로 칼라 셴보테네 가보 이나요 서벨라 소바다 아니 샤츠나 드네 가보 이나요 마사네 뭐네 돈에 할 레베가 가르쳐 못 놓어요. 대체바 이다 내가로서 다다 미기텔은 로토바데 아메까지래. 뭐네 대면은 들 라마서 숭거래 벨이나요. 나로서 아메가 고반올에 야보체네 좀면은 나로서 다자 셔테 자레사레 숭거래. 그봐 근데 지금 고반올에 근데 좀 요레스.
So that if we think very carefully and if we take our time and think quite deeply, so the kindness of the mother that we receive is quite amazing. So, for example, that mother carries you 9 months, 10 days in her womb, So during that time, so mothers very careful of any activities like physical activities, worry about maybe if I walk too fast, maybe something could happen to my baby, and like a lot of things their mother used to like to have. For example, like if you like spicy food, so then you worry if you eat spicy food, maybe there'll be some impact on your child, things like that. So just remember, just being in the mother's caring, who's carrying you 9 months, 10 days. If there's something happened during that time, so then my teachers and also back in Tibet, we say like, we may be now, if something been like careless while we are in the mother's womb, so maybe we already went through 10 death or 10 rebirth already. Cycle of 10 rebirth, 10 death. Because of it didn't happen, we didn't die 10 times. We didn't rebirth 10 times because mothers give us so much care. That's why we are here.
Oh, yeah, take care of it. You know, that Dota Rere, Nala, Dota Rere, Penno Dogo. Dota Tombo tell Naruto, Oma Yakune, Oma Sabo Yakine, Tichaba Nojire. So get you there, don't know part of
First week, so it's like almost like when you boil a milk. First week, the process of the birth. First week is almost like when you boil milk, so then it's called like almost like half and half thick layers of milk. So that if there's like too much like shakes happen, so that that may be like that we could not survive. First week is like almost like the thickness on the milk. So that's why the physical mother is very careful about even the physical movements. So then the second week is like almost become like curd, yogurt, little more like hard, more like yogurt. Second week.
And then somebody tell Share,
Third week, then it's almost like kind of like become like flesh, but it's very delicate one.
The
week number 4, there you can press, but it's not that delicate. Week number 4, it's been hardened up a little bit hardened.
Ngaro ten thugre te ngaro kobano tani reo sarso mumbo sandene pa murchi te mani pe murchi te nena murchi te ne dudu re de or mug sota tawani ne yo mare ngaro so shasha chunge te so komba che lapa che te ko che ja ja duwa te noji se re de ores.
Week number 5, then I think there's like some kind of like point, like where 2 legs, 2 hands, head. You can see some kind of like bumps there, like it's not really formed yet.
Oh, te is that tene chene amega ya kobano dere tene ngaro so chongja ware. Te ngaro so te garanga nga phaja be choro so kange ngaro so amega dande amade gari che yobata ta ngaro so ha gogre. Ha ko dewa yo ro ba. 제가 dande amade tene che chongne la ta ta ngaro so chuchoje yongwa dong me tele So now
everything now we have like our position, educations, walking in the society, walking shoulder to shoulder, all the success, teaching, like all knowledge is all the credit go to the mother. So that's what I kind of miss one point there. Mother Day, in my point of view, Mother Day, that people should remember the kindness, the care they receive from mother. That's the perfect way to celebrate Mother's Day. So because of this mother's kindness, so now everything now, whatever you are. So there's kindness, credit go to mother's kindness and compassion, love.
Ta amengane ma che sadil. 다 시제도 솔로 돈에 요즘 말에 가서 배워서 깨자를 세고 아멘간에 마시에서 춘추스마다 내리치마다 요 말에 다 년도를 살 짜네 아메 제가 야소고 요래 아메 될 내려 자네 다 그런 기초자자는 뻔내서 사도 손에 자자 쇼버체 쟤네 야소 소조 제죠 봐
Yeah, I don't know the system here, but in Tibet I'm talking like when the child was born, it's so delicate, so little. So mother, like, like the way to give the child some heat, mother always touch very closely to her body and like constantly worried that if she wrong turn on the bed, maybe, like sleep over, or like maybe worry about maybe press the children underneath her body. That's kind of sacrifice that mother made.
그래 봐 주지를 다리를 지자도서 가서 좁아라 봐 좁아이나 걸어가 라백을 내리지를 차 나도도서 그 라백 내리 저게는 나도 찬로가 나도 찬로로서 제내글래
Yeah, in Tibet, like then, like all the caca, pee-pees, all of that, the mother cleans, and like even like snot, worried the hand is too rough. So in Tibet, they clean with their tongues, mother's tongue. Yeah.
제가 단단 가로서로 이제 제와 이제 그 사배 때에서 여봐도 아마한테 중얼해서 아메가 가로서 제와 제 단단 가로서 좀 용수가 제와 때에서 용도 좁어서는 이제 소소 놓치래 용거래 다 샘바데 차바나 있는 마도 제 하나 좁어서 도선 이제 소소 놓치래 용거래 대 아마한테 용어래 아메 가로서는 이제에서는 여봐도 중얼해서 아마한테 용어를 와서
So now that we know when we see someone kind of going through difficulties, sufferings, we sympathize. So that kindness comes from mothers, because you receive so much from your mom. So because of mother, so now you have this like loving, kind, compassionate heart when you see someone like going through some pain. Like.
then 다당 가로서로 저로서 하고 그래 봐. 칼라 셴보세요나 포그티 칼은 로건도 안도므로다. 소소 뉴사데데 포그데 야사데 파자고요. 되는 가로서 다 포그데서 거로 마음바나 야보죠 용의 체다 라트알로 돈도스 가자 요는 도스 돈에 포그야 소조 제근도 봐. 그봐 포그야 소조 제 가르 포그 거로 마음바나 야보죠 쉬나서네 로조 제고요 봐. 로조 제 소소 깔레자 포그데서 로종을 제 드니 전에 야 종이야. 그래서 아메 대세생한테 아메 간이지 송영 받대 야 제거요.
Yeah, the Mother's Day, that's everybody should, generally speaking, remember the amount of kindness, love, care you receive while you're in the mother's womb. Then after you're born, the mother always makes sure that you get the best food. If there's some place to sit down, mother always offers you the more comfortable seats that she chooses to sit where it's less comfortable. That's all the sacrifice that mother makes. So need to remember on Mother's Day.
대당 내가 실제로 야보니까 아메 티셔스는 저도 배발 아메 티셔요 말해. 아메 티셔스는 로서요 말해. 이나요 그런 소지가 아마 가리체 모임마다 로시고 정거요. 다 내를 제가 제가 매야 이나 맞마 이다 다 티셔스 티셔 템베셔다 아메 티셔 제야로 봐. 근데 아메 티셔 제가야 아메 가지도서 아메 소설 간에 야보체요 메데 저서 야 셈래야 제소도 가레스.
In Tibet, we don't have Mother's Day, but we remember mother's kindness all the time. So here, there's good things there. You have Mother's Day. So I'm not sure why there's a Mother's Day. So, but important thing of Mother's Day is to remember the kindness. So we don't have official Mother's Day in Tibetan society, but we remember mother's kindness. Always try to remember. And this is. You are here as a good system, you have Mother's Day. Maybe you have Mother's Day, I don't know, maybe that kind of reminds you to remember the kindness of the mothers.
대이다 다 아마데 가지 첨보이 뭐 하고 근도가 나임 되세자래. 다 아마 가지 첨보이다 마게 셈제 통제 대가 너지 가지 첨보래. 가르래 되시는 마게 세제 도제 소소가 마마체 바체요 말어 당가로서 농백 주는 셰도티는 세제도서 나로서 아마 맞게 받지요 말에 나로서 뭘 세와 몸볼래야 단다 아마티가 세와 아마네 아마체네 거 일루스요 말어 요 말로 예때 얘네면 봉체나 용에는 그 멀리 존존 용거 거래. 아니 냐나는 전 로거 문두가. 대이다 다 나로서 네 아마테 세왕감에 아마테 제제를 네노를 요래. 세제가 노를 요하면 셜론의 제제가 싸네 요 말에. 다리 아마테를 베지전 때 뭐뭐 제뉴요는데 가디 얘네만 용을 아마 제바데 용세 루스요 말에. 대이다 마게 세제가 노를 소속 아마테 요하러 봐. 세제도도 강가 소속 아마 마치 제요 말에. 매이다 까리 쳔모래. 단다 아마데 까리 단데 아마데 까리 쳔모 생함에 아마 까리 마치야 준세요 말에. 다데 아마데가 나로서 가르쳐요나 생함에 아마데가 다가로 제요 아마도 생함에 아마데가 이 단다 아마데가 야부제죠 같으니 루스요 말어 봐. 어떠니 전에 소노 동에는 은혜 돈에 다 쓰면데 출은 거와대 야부지 용거래서.
Yeah, according to Buddhism, so that why we call all mother sentient beings, because there's like according to Buddhist teachings that every living being, one point or another, that has been our mother. So when that, it's hard to believe that this life mother has been my mother like since from beginning this time. That's kind of hard to believe. So that so then if you wonder like, where's my previous life mother? If there is previous life, it will be within the living being. It won't be in somewhere else. It will be in within the sentient being. So that's why, according to Buddhism, it's good that you learn how to show like kindness, compassion towards all living beings. There's idea that your this previous life mother, if your mother's all departed, if you wonder, it will be within the sentient being. It makes sense to show kindness, love, compassion towards all living beings with that idea.
그래서 다 말해서 아마 제가 아마 몽체 같은 다 단단한 야와도 여다도 돈을 줘요. 요러 봐. 될 돼요. 걸어서가 내와 내가 요 능한 내가 요 말에 탑시 자네 요 말에. 탑시 요 말에. 내도 내가 요 말에 내와 용약 다시 잡아내네 요 말에. 능한 내가 요 말에 능한 매바 세제 다시 자네 요 말에. 다 단단 알아서 다시 요 말에. 나로서로 탑시대 요하래. 탑시대 요해서 다 마게 선제 통제제 된다. 나게 조베 선제제 공부터 봐서 대체도 대바쯤에 수시 사모 세연요맥 어그런 아버지 되는 거 알았어.
So in the very beginning, so that when I said it, meaning that saying that what I said is some word, that meaning of that word is to setting up motivations. There's always possibilities that one of your previous life mother, there's always possibility, could be like higher realm, could be lower realm, there's always possibility. So therefore, then like now understanding the amount of kindness that you receive, like from each and every sentient beings, according to Buddhism, there has been our mother, our parents, multiple times. With that understanding, knowledge, so then now that you have now some understanding what is practice and how to practice, so then the intentions that you should have, that altruistic intentions that this life I dedicated and work hard trying to become enlightened beings, then I can help all living beings that wish to become enlightened, so then help everyone.
다다가 너지 빠바요 가르쳐 버려. 빠바가 코로 코바노도 냐요 말에 돼. 보고 파쇼 아메 코바노 시와네 주데 빠바라요 신지 뱀무세 봐요다. 보고데 간지지래용. 야보시체 도고 요나 메나. 그러봐. 아니 다가 너지가 엄체 타리나 깔슈 쳐봐 장게데 빠 당가도 별이는 빠바 그래. 보고 마시에 타리 깔슈 쳐봐 장게데 빠베 그래. 솔로노네 깔레자네 용거요래. 이다 파만이가 선덕까지 쳐버려. 나로서 강갈로로 파만이라 때는 중요하러 봐. 바바까리체 아마까리 못체세요. 아마까리체 바바까리 못체세요. 니가 까리 라뇨래. 깔렌 라뇨자요. 그래서 대이다 다 나로서 당에 쇼바 넘어지가 다 못체와 달로 걸어서로 다 가르쳐 다. 카타 세는다 니바요 말에. 누바 자원이네 요마래 뭉쳐야 되는 돈으로 돼요. 냐와로 돼요. 예다로 돼요. 다 멀어 요나 예 탐고로 돼 된게 또 다시 요마래. 미가 요보 제 된게 또 다시 요마래. 그러봐 미가 요보 소와이다 고럴라요 다시 요마래. 내와 가르고 내와 쉬운 내 나용 다시 요마래. 누가도 자원 내 나용 다시 요마래. 그 미이나 있어야 미이나요. 미 뭉쳐와 돼봐 어떤 일은 거코네 돼요.
Also, like father, not father also plays, not left behind, but also plays, when the child was born, father but didn't carry the child 9 months, 10 days in their body, but when the child was born in Tibet, so all like household, like basic necessity, father is the one who kind of goes to outside work, and also, of course, fathers also worried how my child is going to be born, is going to be perfect. There's also a lot of like emotional difficulty that father goes through, and then both parents is like play a very critical role in our well-being. So then then according to Buddhism, there's no beginning. So means like each time when you're born, there's parents. So where are those parents? Could be anywhere, could be, like higher realm or anywhere. So meaning so that we bear moral responsibility to do something to help much as possible, to help them. Best way to do that, first you become enlightened, so then you can help them.
대다 당계셔봐는 당으로 좀 보면 그 대화도 대마도 능하도 자와테 취셔봐 코네 용가라마도 용화 자원이네 요 말에. 알아봐 나게 세제 통제에서는 소소로서는 대화도 대마테 대화 가르쳐다. 부서소바치도 대마도 취코네 제가는 취마전 대화 용화 자원네 요 말에. 능하도 탄로야 자원이네 요 말에. 내가로서 미리 랑송대 다 들을 소리 알아서 세제대설로 능아 매바 제제 다시 되는 추천 담아다 땡거 누가 추천 담아다 땡거 누가 땡거 요래 그봐 능아 매바 내가 야보 용의 체들에 다 자하 소소소소가 추천 담아다 떼야 돼 세제대설로 능아 매바도 내가 야보 용의 체들에 이나요 가세 떼잖아요 내가도 내 맛에도 능아 던져도 자완이네 용토고 말해 마용만 마세 다당 알아서 다 하고 그래. 초장 몸보체에서 몸보체를 내가 매네 누가서 하고 용도가. 그봐. 내마에는 머신 같은 걸 내가 때 중을 다 투자되고 멋지게 내안도 그래. 고들 라샤 매문두가. 저는 사야투야 문두가. 누가 하고래 누가.
Now the true happiness and true happiness and also like freedom from sufferings. Is the result or byproduct of spiritual practice, true happiness and freedom from suffering. Other than that, it's kind of hard to achieve true happiness and liberation from suffering. Even though, like the modern times, technology has been so much developed for the sake of less suffering, more happiness. So much has been developed based on each country's.
Thank you.
Also, for example, like many robot was built to do work for our needs. But at the same time, it doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't make everyone so happy, So then instead, robot took the job from the people. So now the people have hard time finding job. So so now robot does probably jobs for 5-6 people. So now 5-6 people doesn't have job. One machines. So that clearly shows that modern technology, modern development is not the answer for easing our suffering. It creates more complications.
나로서 내서 주주를 따가 이나요. 나로서 야가도 네발리에서 못다 너무 자사데 뭔가 줘야 알아봐. 뭔가 줘야 알아. 是吧？뭔가 tweet을 라보지 라대고 여러분, 내가지 라고 여러분. 다 내일 때도 못할 소소소소 넘자 아마도 뭔가 tweet을 배제 문제가. 어떻게 뛰나 하고 그래.
For example, in India and Nepal, when you go to the gas stations, you see people who's like putting gas, so there's like 5, 6 people. When you come here, you do by yourself. Nobody's like, there's no people, there's no employees. That means India and Nepal, at least 5, 6 people get jobs around the gas station. They, why you put your gas in here, there's none.
是吧？听没得说了，刚刚的做啥了吧？他是吧？那个来上面刚刚做的，也要都没事的，出家要不多呀的，没了刚刚没把节制热的，刚刚他不起来用的啊。这一他刚刚都刚刚没把这个人呢，去年了刚刚没把这这个嘛的，现在他是要嘛的。
Yeah, so modern technology, only modern technology, hoping that modern development technology will solve human problem. That's not the truth. No, that's not the case. So true happiness, liberation from like samsara, has to come from spiritual practice. That's the
这从他去见的去的家全部是接头个人的也不要的吧？去见的这个要的去接的就要嘛的。就要嘛，这差异就给他了，家切在接头呢要个要的，家切在接啥的，那么你才没把这路这个要嘛的，可能的要不就说呢，其实干嘛接了嘛都嘛钱呢，家全部在啥的，可能的家全部这个人呢，是吧？可能家全部这马给谁接通这个天的，一说那东西呢，其实干嘛接了这个呢，还那边家全部在啥的。那说节目听到了，俺都节目就说呢，这地方的那没把钱，我等你去说那多少钱呢？那你这没把钱呢，去家出去的，一旦俺都说去家全部去这个，你开始呢就是可能也不去，开始这个也对的，是吧
？Yesterday, from yesterday, I repeatedly said like the importance of like motivations. Motivation needs to be big. You can't just worry about yourself. Oh, I want to be happy. I want to be more successful. That's why I'm going to practice spiritual. It's like too narrow thinking. So we are doing anywhere we are doing like some sort of spiritual practice. Why not make it more like powerful, more like beneficial? I don't mean like sit there 24 hours on your cushions. I don't mean like that. What it means like think something big. Or maybe I'm doing this, I'm listening here for happiness for each and every living being, something like that. Think big motivations, not just for yourself. I am working for happiness for every living being, something like that. So then your practice becomes more powerful and like more like vast rather than small. That's what I mean, not just sit down all the time.
Yeah, that's the 다 나로서 남지 름바세다 가서 남리 마 남리 첨보 라르민데 로르 중고 단다데 천지 추서도 로르 중거데 이나요 코로나 남지 름바 차소제 남리 사데 셰버 중에 남지 름바 셰버 등게 남지 름바 셰버 첨비 남지 름바 써요 노도 제거이나 티 농농 먹어야래 셰버 중에 남지 름바 셰버 등게 남지 름바 셰버 첨비 남지 름바 되래 다 단다 가동와 나로서 마셔야 돼야 돼도 들이대서 셰버 중에 남지 름바래 셰브 중요한 논제로 말해서 봐. 대이다 단단대로 취내를 신행의 로미시 데메제 대인지 좀 견주선등에 대체 장로 선도 때마다 대이 라자 녀마매 봐샤 대양 까나랜데 레섬네 농도 처제들라 라레서 여덟라면 냠레 대다제 타대다죠 대제 종사 로사 오티레 가르레 주셔는다 나루도 강가로 내내 셔소는 내소 년로사데 냐와도 예다도 등로도서로 년로사 사도 미도 하마이스도 덴로세 다니데 하고 저 신내 년로 메시 데메제 년로세데 냐와도 예다도 등로를 뭐시비 디세요 말해서 그러봐 다 냐와도 예다도 등로를 세와 멤버 생애대 소리 되죠 견주서로 샤스 송와 되게 될거 도고요 신내 년로 메시 데메제세 그러봐 나로서 강가를 디세요 말어봐 내내 세트는 양아도 여자도 더놀라 시가 말해서 다 세지가 제도고 말해. 세지가 다 제도고 말해. 그 레전드고 온던 로그가 열어봐. rāba. Te ita shēni ngā rō mō chē dē mē chē sā te tēndā tē rē sā. Chē rē sā.
Mā jūga, mā jūga.
Oh, jē.
So the teaching that I've been teaching since yesterday is called Lamrim. So Lamrim, they are like there's like big and medium, small. There's three different within the Lamrim. This is three scope: great scope, middle scope, small scope. And so far, yesterday I kind of covered everything I taught is kind of belongs to small scope. So now still there's part small scope. Yesterday a little bit here. So so now this just the stanza. Maybe you can read the stanza. What stanza number? Which one? Taking refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. I'm assuming that everybody's looking at the text. So like
if you have the retreat prayer book, it's page 258.
Yeah, please people, if you are interested, it's not mandatory. If you are interested, then there's books available.
I just see prostrating to Shakyamuni Buddha and then the his disciples
so
and
that
so forth.
Today is like taking refuge. Like stanza number 10, are you aware?
We go through leisure and opportunity and certainty of death.
Yeah, so that so it's kind of interesting. Nobody's following the text.
Let's see. In addition, think well about the results of black and white actions and depend on the correct practice of that to be adopted and that to be rejected. I, a yogi, practice like this. You who desire liberation should do likewise.
Right before that.
Although there is no certainty that after death you will not be born in the bad migrations, the three jewels will definitely protect you from this fear.
That is the one. So, because we don't have much time, if I read in English, then take some time. So there's not much time. So we're trying to use Rinpoche time, So then, that's the number. So can you tell the number of the stanza? There's no number.
There's no number.
Yeah, sounds like Tibetan text.
It's on page 260 in the middle.
Okay. So now, what Rinpoche said, this is the stanza. So, someone, you already read? If you read, please read slowly.
The three jewels will definitely protect you from this fear. Therefore, steadfastly take refuge in them and never degenerate their precepts.
Yeah, so that's the one, okay. So now, after death, so you need to think, we need to think ourselves how much solid confidence we have, what's going to happen after when we die, how much confidence. Or I'm 100% sure that I'm going to be human again. I'm 100% sure. If you're 100% sure, then there's different stories. If you are not 100% sure, so then that's why, according to Buddhism, then you look for, you take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So then what do you practice? You practice to guard your three doors, make sure that your body, speech, and mind does not engage into something negativities, that you are need to be more vigilant and mindful towards your actions. Now,
당연히 중간에 쇼게들 견적 선보 등에 그래서 대마도 세치가 샤도고 말에 지대면 나 총바도 자절로 소바트네 샤선도게 나요. 년도그 중간에 샤도고 말했습니다. 그봐. 근조선데 내그래서 내가 이제 근조선은 이 repeating 샤선로 그거요래서 그봐 저는 샤선로 아마세 샨딜라잘라 그러면 샤선로 지보가 아니 내리 중간에 샤토고 말해 샨딜라잘라 그래서 네 시고로
그냥 간단.
대셔 샨로 션도 땜바도 대일라자 뇽바 메바 샤자트
So not just taking like here we are not talking about small problem here they're not talking about we are talking about complete freedom from suffering, complete freedom, not just complete freedom. So that whomever we take refuge, the object of refuge needs to be him or her needs to be free. First of all, him or her needs to be completely free from samsara. So then you take refuge, that person will lead you all the way to liberation. Therefore, according to Buddhism, we take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha and for sake of complete liberation from samsara. So once you take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, so then what kind of, so there's like advice to follow. Now, okay.
샨딜라잘라 그래서 대일라자 뇽바 대요 까나랜데 레섬네 랑도 추제들라 라레 소사트 샨딜라잘라 라세테요 가르레 주셔는 레전드라 라야레서 까보 게웨레도 나보 무게웨레 테니라 라가레스 까보 게웨레테 라토데 까보 게웨레테 컨토도 지고 두고요레스 나보 무게웨레테 컨토도 지고 바샤고레스 대요 까나랜데 레섬테서 레 까보도 나보니 텔 소노토네로 롱도 쓰제달라 라레 소사데 가르지션 까보 게웨레데 뇽살롱 나보 무게웨레데 바 도가레스 오텔 라레그레스
So then like say you heard like taking refuge, then after that there's advice to follow. If you wonder what is the advice, advice is like guarding your three doors. So being vigilant, being mindful, less negativities, more positivities, you will be much better off. What is called practice of karma.
뭐야 다시 샤바데다 롱초들라 천이 총회 때 많이 봐도 사죄 멍우이 대예 마송매비 절라라 고서 대도 점에 바반데 하바 레저 종은 내 제외 전도 도지 총화 땜바제 여절라면 열레 대다제 탄데 다조 대지 정자로 오사트 가르레 주셔 롱저로만 요소롱라 대 제바제 지고그레스 대 제바제 그봐 노초들라 천이 총회 때 그봐 대 제바제 많이 봐도 개종 가서 제거는 사실 제모 용거 말해서 사실 뭐고 대이 맞소 대 제바제 토제가 절로 맞소 안에 받을 라고 그래서 그봐 근데 대 마세 대 제바제 내나요 그것이 점에가 바바 얘는 양도 용거 말해서 그것이 점에 바반데 그봐 대파 매바 제가 그래서 대이다 다는 하바 레저 종은 내 제외 전도 도지 총화 땜바 제에서 뒤전도 년보 도지고네를 저쪽에 디바숑한테 년보 도지고네 샤도 샤바데 개체버레스 전도 도지 총화 땜바 제설라면 요래다 탄데다죠 대지 정타로 디바트.
So each stanza end with this text is composed by Lama Tsongkhapa. Each stanza end with I myself did this, and Lama Tsongkhapa requests that if you are interested, you do the same thing, then you will be liberated. Each line ends with the same sentence, same meaning. Now the next one here, so it's about the te means basically base, meaning life. In order to practice, you have to have life. You can't practice. So this is the best. Is like the human life. Human form is the best. So that's very much needed. Otherwise, without this, even the learning, there's not much you can learn. So there's other living being. When you look around, learning is very much limited. Because of the human form, you can read, you can learn, you can do practice. So therefore, in this life, you already had one. So now you need to create the cause of this precious human life in the future. Create the cause. So, otherwise, without this, so then anything we do is not going to be very very powerful, very good, because even learning, as I said, it's hard. So then, when you have this body, so then second thing is make sure that that your mind, body, speech is not very much strained by, or polluted by negative thinking. So then it's hard to do something positive if you are like always like your thought, your mind is like kind of like very much polluted by negativity, your actions, speech, what you call three doors. So, and then once now, if this three doors been strained or polluted by negativities, so then need to rely on what we call like four power or four remedies of purification practice that needs to be, can just sit around, need to purify, rely on this four entity or four power. Lama Tsongkhapa said, I myself did it, then if you are interested, then you do the same thing. That's me. So,
셰부 충이 가르 되는 얘기를 단다트 가르고 녜송거 능알에 도와대 되는 얘기요래서 이따 뒤인체데 네 녜송거 능알에 도와대 근조살아 샤서 송화 되게 도지 좋다고 그래서 네 다티 받을 셰부 충이 논제로 말해서
within the Lamrim, as I mentioned, there's like great scope, middle scope, small scope. So till that, this is the from beginning to here, this all like belongs to the small scope categories. So mainly, what I mean, the small scope, mean they are not necessarily worrying about samsara as a whole. They are more a little bit concerned about the lower realm. So they're trying to make sure they don't born in lower realm. So they're seeking some kind of guarantee for that, so then take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. These are all small scope teachings within the language.
단데 하고 좀 걸어서 다시 오더라고. 뇌대 님에서라 만배나 타바테니 죄제 메시지. 근주 코엔지를 마소나 코에자와 제저 메시베 세랭엔주 쇼시 때마도 코와 공의 진바 신바 제 제절라면 연례 대단 단대 다조 대제 총달 다대 가르래 주셔나 세번 네가 가서로 코와레 도와 되는 얘기요. 민주가 솜바 코와레 네반주 민주가 솜바테 조래 세번째 가서 민주가 솜바사한테 가르래 주셔는 나로서 내 가서 로제스 단대 이사마로 봐. 네반주마세레 코와레 된데면 코에게 제통가 코에게 제통서는 코와레 된데면 로이래 거죠. 코에 세마도 단 디근도 존재 세야 되던 아니 민주가 솜바세야 자원년에 요 말에. 민주가 솜바 자원년에 세요 말에. 이 저를 못 채고 응말 아리 도바치래 되네서네 코알레 쇼보 메바테서네 민주고 솜바 셰가르세레 셔자치가 나 코알레 쇼본두세 근두사 저를 못 채래 카툴 나 코알레 쇼본두세 아따시 보였는데 코알레 쇼보용의 지숑을 저로 야보레세 라이테마 가르라고 그랬어 쇼보요 말에서 나 쇼본두세 라그 근데 그때 말하는 가르라고 그랬어 그래봐 코안데는 셔보 자네와 코알레 네번 주가래 코알레 전대절로 셰가래 셔보 자원년에 요 말에서 제세 자자자 나 코알레 셔보 두세 아니 다 저러 야보래 코알레 셔보 용의 지숑을 야보레세 라자 이세 테마도 라야 요 말어 셔보 요 말에서 요 아래서는 테마
So now this, the second line is is part of the middle scope teachings, practice or teachings, middle scope practice. So now here, what's happening when in the small scope within that section? What's happening there? Like you are trying to gain full confidence or guarantee that you are not going to be born lower realm. That's what you're hoping. Therefore, you take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. In the middle scope, not just that. Then now you are worrying about samsara as a whole. Not necessarily only worry about lower realm, you're worrying about samsara as a whole. So there you are trying to seek the way out of samsara. Therefore you take, you practice causality or karma. So one occasion that His Holiness, told my teacher, so one of his teaching occasions, he's talking about how one can, liberate from samsara, or what kind of knowledge or understanding was needed in order to get out of samsara. First, you need to think the downfall of samsara. Downfall of samsara. What is samsara? What is wrong with samsara? What's wrong there? What is the wrong? So then he's always trying to explain. There's always this problem, that problem, being samsara. All of a sudden in the Western country, all of a sudden one Westerner stood up. He said, I'm doing very good. I'm very fine in the samsara. So he's always said, good, that's good news. Finally, there's someone who's like happy in the samsara. That's it. He's always said, what else you can say? There's nothing. The person says, hearing about some problem of samsara again, all of a sudden stood up and said, I'm doing very fine. I'm kind of enjoying samsara. I'm very good. So he's always said, that's good. You now, first time I saw one person says, I'm happy in samsara. He's always said, what else? Telling my teacher, what else we can say?
Tengyama kanga chebo chunga isa kanga teze menore ta chebo no te chunga de mato chebo kakai mare roba lenye che jemo chere angama kanga mo che chunga isa ta kanga teze senore chebo yabo che yobe no chawaro.
Yeah, it's kind of like idea that rise. You may go through some struggles. All the struggles, manage to get rid of them. All of a sudden, you kind of feel like temporary relief. It doesn't last very long. It's just some relief, some temporary relief. That's what it is. It's not really true happiness.
Tanda dude nyime son la mambe na taba tenje cheje mchese taba tenje je lo sa de nginju ko somba de ko wale thoba tenje tanda dunga de ma sa de ngaro so sa che nyawa le mi phimo de le dunga de ma de ngaro so phimbo ji ne ta nyawa ye da tondo ta la me la ma ye kanga ko zubo de dunga de ma de sa de le nyime mo yo de che se no mo yo de de ngaro so te ha ma ko ne te ne te ya bo che de no so ne de ko yo ba 예매 마소마 이자 티그래 두들은 예매 가려 여러 사실 영화를 빈보대 요 제제들 문제 진짜 등한나서 용거래 알아서 신주 제거야 말에 맞통 그러봐 사실 영화를 빈보대 요 차를 아니 될 칼라 사야지 그거니까 칼라 사야지 그거 칼라 사야도 넘게 잡아 봐봐 너지 봐요 말어 봐 갈래지 자 그거니까 예매 되는 손으로 또 가 사실 영화를 빈보대 매나 사야 가야요 말에 갈래 자 가야요 말에.
So the first noble truth, the fourth noble truth, first like truth of suffering. So that in that category, when the Buddha taught fourth noble truth, it described like all kinds of like sufferings, not just pain. So this very body that we have is kind of like there's a lot of complications. If you don't have that, you don't need to eat food. So you don't need to work that hard if you don't have this body. Because of this body, you need to feed yourself. And the food doesn't just, fall down from sky. You have to work, you have to buy. So not having this body is probably much less hassle than having this one. So that you have to clothe, feed, all kinds of it. So this is there's a part of the Fourth Noble Truth, the truth of suffering, and this is very much included. All the complications it comes with this, very bodies. 사제 내ling 풍부스야.
사제 내와를 뭐 대요 있다 티래 가로서 내가 칼라지 때 그건도가 될 칼레자 그건도가 그봐 녀자자 담으라 제 그건도가 녀자자 지보 되는 거를 치고서 소소고 매도 담으라 제 그건도가 아니 칼라 젠도 사태는 물론 담으라 계자시에 몇 강간 올로 예바사 그건도가
all kinds of complications after complications. You have to feed, you have to go to grocery store, you have to talk to people, you have to buy, you meet all kinds of people, bring it back, you have to cook, you have to start a fire, it's not ready. This all complication after complication simply because of this body. If you don't have that, then all this complication is no need.
아니 사진 영화를 표모될 둘로 마요는 차 용가로 콜 둘로 제 요금도 다 나오질 둘로 된다 갈래 가져자 근데
So then you have to clothe the body. If you don't put the clothes, they'll get cold. That also you need to buy. Yeah.
미강가 컨트롤로 사대 사진 영화는 표모될 때는 용거요. 내 아버지 말에 소소소소 그때 싸워 점 것이었어. 그봐 소소소소 표모될 싸워 점 것이었더니 뒤 된다는 미 바로 보려도 남만나 깨져셔고.
Many negativities that we know through. So many negativity rise due to this. So you like this, you take care of this, and because of that, so much attention is needed for this body. So we end up creating enemies, making people unhappy because of taking care of this body.
근데 사진 영화는 표모될 대사 공부치 그거 누가.
So you need house to sleep.
어디 된다 갈래 가져. 대지 갈래 전에 맞으네. 야 도저히 준비가 가디나 중대 저로서 온도 대비전으로 마치 오늘 취재전으로 제세 오늘 취재전으로 생각돼 따제져야 돼. 오늘 대비전으로 따져서 제 다가로 이제를 손에 놓여야 돼. 된 논의가 말해서 봐. 오늘 취재전으로 제도 제세 오늘 취재전으로 따제져네. 따제전에 마도 그게 내일하고 개래가 말해. 그러면 대이다 다 나로서 될 사진 영화를 표모될 내 사례를 아니 누대 니바 첨고 요아서 근데 요새 가르이 나서 그래. 드니 전에 손도 니바 첨부 용거 요아. 사야 괴야 대상은 내고도 제도 거래. 대저발라 다가도 농칸에 잡아봐봐 놓지 용거 요만 갈래자 자주시에서는 자주시 먹고사는 먹고 남만나서는 대산에 등하나 소지 전에 전에 못 타와도 용거 요아 봐. 어때 님이 그거는 손도 써야 돼. 대래서.
So in order to have serious interest to seeking freedom, complete freedom from samsara, require that or knowledge to what is wrong with the samsara, what is from the first place, what is wrong with the samsara, why you need to seek the way out of samsara. First, you need to understand complications that I just briefly described based on this body. You have to clothe, you have to feed. Not just that body needs some place to live in, you need a house, complications after complications. So what is called technically is called renunciations. Renunciation means to understand what is wrong with the samsara, why you need to get out in the first place, and what is the downside of samsara. So that needs to be understood very clearly and gain some kind of deeper understanding. So that's called renunciations. So then seeking liberation will take place.
대소다 되게 예매다 야보시 손도 그래라 텔레 잔대 절로시에 용해. 텔레 잔대 절로시에 타바 되니 절로시에 가라. 타르바 생에데. 하고다 타르바 생에데. 고알레 타르베 타바 되니 절로시에 용하라. 어때 세번 지게 가서 타바 되니 절로시에 가서 쪼래. 내주고 소마시에 돼 쪼래.
In the middle scope, one of the main practices is renunciations. In the middle scope, one of the main practices is renunciation, and not just renunciations, meaning understanding of all the complication nature of samsara. So then that allows you that generate interest to seek the way out, meaning seeking liberations. Now.
당하로서 근주 코인지를 마서는 코에 자와 제스 무시베서야 돼. 당하로서 코와 샤왈렘이 제이 조데. 근주데 마 근주세는다 고자가 단지되래. 그러봐. 고자 단지티가 끊내놓는 레서 레제원이 코한 코가 열어. 제가 코에 자와데 가르이 하마고는 코에 자와데 제시고 말해. 코에 자와데 마체는 롬메바 코알레 코로 그래. 코알레 전대 절로 요나요. 코에 자와데 마체는 롱메와 고알레 코로 그래. 코에 자와데 제가 고알레 조가 내발라 코에 자와.
So now here the second line is now now this is all kind of complication, the nature of samsara, and now wondering what is the cause? What is the cause? Main cause. So of course, then like Kunjung, the second noble truth, truth of origin of suffering. So the origin, the mainly is like Danzim is self-grasping mind, self-grasping. So which is the root of samsaric, all the samsaric problems. So in order to get out of samsara, need to tackle that self-grasping, which is the root of samsara, called danzi marikwa, kind of like ignorance. Yeah. And the first link out of this wheel of life, outside the Kadamba Center, the first one, that refers to the first one. Image, there's a lady, or like somebody with arrow in the eye, kind of symbolize the ignorance. Yeah.
내가 전에 제게는 라마 체방군의 시에는 시에 대보야를 저로서 녀녀 대보야. 라마 체방 뉴뉴로 봐. 라마 체방은 라마 차소세 용거야. 라마 차소세 용거야. 그봐. 가르 랑이 제반접에 존내인데 메대 동아체베 전통네 레레데라 큰데 수시데 난저 대신 좀 봐. 현재는 하세. 나로서 강할로 마찬게 그런데 소소소소 따쳐면 저자한테 되그래. 소소소소 저 랑이 제반접에 존내셔야 돼. 나서 가야 말에 당가서 도만 매번 거할 채워라 소소소소 따쳐면 멋진 서요. 소소소소 따쳐면 저거요. 알아. 소소소소 따쳐면 저자와 이따때 야칼에 가봐요. 런이 제반접에 존내다. 문데 동아시베 제톤에 tel라 때는 동아나서도 용거요. 알아서. 그러봐. 레레데라 큰데 수시데 단제 대전 좀 마중에 강할로데 런이 제반접에 로텔라 때는 쉬어라. 바로 보 말에 나로서 바로 보도서 다다가요, 녀다가요, 다다나 마다나 당근에데 바로 보대 말해. 소소소 제반접에 로테래. 소소소도 런제반접에 로테 야 있다더니 강갈 다소사 녀소는 로고요 알아. 어때 레레델라 캔도 수시데서 레 강갈로로테 단제텔은 누가 하서. 당가로서로 마신게 강가데 단제데 누가 하서 바로 보대 말아 봐. 나로서 이는 바로 경알을 제제제제제는 시에 강할로 바로 파주는 누구요? 레레 로로서도 손으로 시에서는 나 마찬가지 강한테 바로 버려서는 누구요? 맞아. 소소가 난자들에 소소 싸워내는 요 말해. 그봐 요 말해. 저도 가고 소소 먹가서 되는 파셔들에서는 누가 말 소소가 난자들 손으로 싸워내는 던 거요 말아 봐. 마찬가지 그런데 난자들에 소소소도 제반접에 그 난자들에 그봐 레레데라서 강할로 코레에서 뉴스 난자 코레에서 뉴스에 대소노 돈에 난자들 방법을 해준 거도와.
So now this whole teaching can be explained easily. Like there's a book called Guru Puja, Lama Tsongkhapa, the Guru Puja. There's like, we do this occasionally. In that, there are like, this book contains Lamrim, like brief Lamrim. So according to that, so why this all problem after problem, complication after complication, and all this blaming game, blaming game or blaming friends, family, all of that. According to these teachings, the blaming games is not blaming other you. All the blame goes to self-grasping mind. It's not you or not other, self-grasping mind, that selfishness. That's the one needs to be blamed. So not your friend, family, you. So that all the blames, that's why according to Guru Puja, so selfishness and self-grasping mind, because of that. And of course that there's nobody like, it's not like everybody take care, cherish themselves, take care. It's not about that. It's like only thinking about yourself, self-grasping mind, self-cherishing, that's the one needs to be blamed. So you'll be better off if you don't have that, your life will be much happier. So that's all the blame goes to that.
담아대죠. 근주 고연지를 마소나 저와 근주 대말한테 용하지. 고에 자와 제서 무시비 고와데 자와데 설에 제시는 고사가 난자되죠. 와. 고에 자와 제서 무시비. 세링인주 쇼시 대마동세. koale ngenju de gares shochi de gares koale ngeban jo nge kaso ne isama janda ngeban jo ma senge de ramra yo koale ngeban jo wa saja le ngeban jo wa mele ngeban jo wa tene yo 사자 랭게반 주마서 사자 찌르 내 나사 뭐보 내 나사 몸보동 아니 소소소소 세기 내말로 소바 짝가와 갈레체보 요사테는 된데 로 용거 말아봐 소소소소 등한 용세래 다들 그러봐 등한 나서 용대가 세가 단다 대대가 서는데 문 용말아봐 될 제달은 너데 절로 셔 그래 될 사자 랭게반 주마서 배낭아로서 내에는 소소를 강아 요네 던데대오는 내일 파지 제달은 너데 셔 용거를 마도 코로를 강아 여기 대대가 요 말아봐 요 말아봐 그 자볼라서 받은 오해체는 마데는 네가 말해 주시는 마데 런데라 마데 된데 용거 말아봐 난 라마 째부 도마도 나로서 때는 나로서 레다 사버려 되세 소소를 던데 강아 여기 단다 된데 절로 셔야 되는데 그래서 됐을지로 용야요 말해 문에요 말해 사자 가리나 사자텔 셔보 매바도 되는데 따바르체 된데 그로 용어 봐 단데 전다체는 녹가사를 마도 손에 런데 절로 되셔 그래 내가 너지 고안에 용하나서 용한테 손을 동안에 고안에 전다체는 런데 제일 셔 그래 다 고안에 전다는 로발라 타발은 로 아마도 로서 전다 매르바 로마르바
So now here, what is the renunciation? Renunciation is a wish to could be related to the place, could be related to the people. So say if there's some place or very hard to find basic necessity, very polluted, not enough water, many disease. Of course, you will go someplace there's less disease, more accessible water. That's kind of renunciation. You are kind of renouncing that place, maybe seeking for a little bit better place. Could be people that you don't get along, so you kind of take vacations of space from that person. So vacation can be various based on context. Here, of course, the freedom from looking away because thinking of something, this is not, I'm kind of very don't want to think about this. Now I don't want to get out because I see all kind of problem after problems. So there's the second is called noble kunjung. Kunjung, that's the second noble truth. So they need to understand that whole cycle of the cause and what need to understand how can cut the root of samsara, need to understand. So then with that understanding, so then seeking liberation will take place. So. That's the middle scope, so seeking liberations and renunciation is the main practice related to the middle scope. Small scope, what you are seeking 100% guarantee not to be born in lower realm. That's what you're seeking in the small scope. Middle scope, renunciations, then seeking liberation is main practice in the middle scope.
다시부 재미 가서로 그 로도 마스는 로조체네 야 토른 로사래 다 소소집어 고알에 토나는 가마에 멋지 집어냈어 다 마게 세제 통제 고알에 줘와도 다바 통제 제마 토바치 그거를 요새네 다 로자 체는 돈이 세부 중에 가서 로주주래 걸어서 내속의 등안에 타와서 되는 얘기요 세번 되게 가서 델리 내속의 등안에 타나는 가까이만 단단 고알 내대요 와서 고알에 줘와치 그건 요새네 고알이 좋아한테 된다는 얘기요. 그러봐. 다시 한번 챔바설 할 레벨에 갈래제는 로조 책에는 로데 야지 안도 그래. 뭐는 도 그래. 갈래제는 야 손은 동거 있는.
So this kind of shows you in the very beginning you are thinking it's kind of small, maybe you are thinking about I'm worried, So then you are thinking in middle scope you are thinking grow, then the great scope you are thinking now really your mind you are meaning opening your heart a little bit small and small. Now it's really thinking big. You are thinking well-being of every living being, not just yourself. you are now thinking for everyone. So it's very interesting. If you look at closely, it shows you step by step how our mind grows, like from the left. Yeah.
당대는 셰버 쳔모데 셈셰 텐조 람제 슈시데 라체 제바 남지 셰당때 촌이 건라 선저 찌다버 란조 게조드베 쇠놈때 대다시네 자세 바원 런제 서조 런제 센조 투도 텐던데 제설라면요레 대단 탄데도죠 네가 다 셰버 쳔민 거 로저로만 거 주인 거래 셰버 쳔민 로저로만 거 주래 셰버 쳔볼레 제발라 다르 쇼쇼초도 세세가 그봐 대다 세세 텐조 론지 주시 대사데 쇼쇼지 세면은 타바침에 론지 주시 수다버데 쇼쇼지 세텔라 텐데 타바침에 이제 절론레스 정도자 강한 쇼쇼지 세라 텐 로거래 대다 세세 텐조 론지 주시 대사데.
So now from here, let's talk about the great scope, Mayana practice is beginning now. So in Mayana practice, bodhicitta, altruistic attitude is almost like a live line of, Mayana practice. Or you could say main entrance. Jugo means main entrance. Without bodhicitta, then your practice doesn't become Mayana practice.
조시 주시데 라체 셰바노지 신당 때에서 자세 셰바 바로도 셰바 관계가 외사가 때나데 전주주 세대레스.
It is the root or basis of all the bodhisattva deed or bodhisattva practice, such as like 6 perfections. It's all rooted in bodhicitta.
중니깔라 센제 찌다버사데 세노지 소도 이시지 수 가르이나요 전주지 센제 선바이나 자체모도 센제지 찌세야데 센제지 찌생게 되고 단다테르와 자수 동로 뭐 셀 파저거요 하고다 땡다 로지에서 시세요 말만 내말 좀을리를 뭐게 용네 사야트서 강아 용네 되는 고몰로도 되지 고몰로도 자세 파로로 센제지 찌생게 되가도 두가 센제지 찌생게 되는서 senje jaso tongro mo tejan tojarel ganga sel janor daga nojiga shonjoje se dega ngano so 당게 shoma nojiga gewezawa ja chunjusina ja chembol janor senje nojires.
So there's like chemical, there's special chemical that I'm not sure what it's called, that kind of like turns metal into gold. There's some kind of chemical that does that, senjugusi, turns metal into gold. It sounds like it used to be natural things that Arya Nagarjuna's lifetime. So there's like a famine is happening within the environment where Nagarjuna is living, maybe some part of India. Nagarjuna managed to get their chemicals, they crossed the ocean to get able to manage to get their chemicals, then used on many, many small pieces of metals, so then distributed throughout the societies. So bodhicitta is like that. It's like that chemical that transform metal into gold. So so there's like any deeds, even like talking, even just like lifting anything, like so it might be small as worthless as a metal, but because of bodhicitta, it becomes like gold. So any your actions become like gold. So there's bodhicitta is like that. So tsogni means like there's like 2 collection of merit. So one is like the related to wisdom. One is called meditating on like compassion, loving kindness, bodhicitta. One is like meditating on shunyata, emptiness. That's called 2 types of collection, 2 collection of merit, tsogni. So any merit they created tiny, it all seems like very small, but because of bodhicitta, it's like chemical that ability to transform any metal into gold. Because of that, even small become big or meaningful.
라조 계속 더 세놈 때려서 대하고 다 대다시네 자세 바원을 전체 서주 투도 터던서 자세 손주 잡아도 손주저 세대 투도지 칠 이거 리피트를 야가래서래 그봐 이슬람의 녀래 대다 여러모 책을 다다 녀는 자래 나로서 대체가 손주저 세대 이거 리피트를 투도지 조.
So that like all the bodhisattvas, their bodhicittas, their main practice. So they like or if bodhicitta is in the center of their heart, it's like deep down in their heart. So that meaning, that's the only most important practice bodhisattva do. Bodhicitta, that's the main practice. Bodhicitta is like this is the concern about well-being of every living being. That's the altruistic intentions. So that Lama Tsongkhapa said, that's what I do. If you're interested, then please you do the same thing. The same, it stands in with the same line. I myself did this. If you're interested, then you should do the same thing.
기절하면 대단하죠. 단대가 당하러서 상조조도 셈때 셈세니 바스 소소로 용토나도 야쇼래. 마게 세제통 제제단다 다게 조베 손제조 공토바샤 소소로데 용토는 야쇼데 되래. 가시 대용 마토나 선바 좀보셔야 돼. 셔라 개체모래. 야도 뭐 제가 성적이 세가 냠래도 사모 도만이 제 대도 성적이 세네 뇨래 제쇼선의 가디나 까놓어야 돼. 되어봐. 가디나 까놓어야 돼. 되래. 성적이 세건데 돈에 주만 많이 봐지 시소나도 벗어서 되래. 대면나 선바 좀보셔야 돼. 셔라 개체모래. 말로서 주바이 이사를 주바이사는 선바 좀보셔야 돼. 셔라 개체모래. 그러봐. 선바 좀보 근데 삼바 sombo체도 최근이 뭐데 전주지 세대 전주세대가 전화데 삼바 sombo체야 되래. 나 삼바 sombo체야데 저렇게 제물리 세부 재미가 로저면 고쳐야 되게 저로서 되셔 봐 있어.
The importance of bodhicitta, if we can manage to actualize true bodhicitta, that's fantastic news. If we can manage to generate true bodhicitta, if not, having a warm heart, kind heart, a noble heart, gentle heart is very important. This kind heart, being kind, loving, compassion, this warm heart, this is the essence of Mahayana teachings or practice. Warm heart. Best if you can generate authentic bodhicitta within your mind stream. That's the best. If not, maybe to be kind, warm.
소소소소로 빼려네. 소소소소로 바로 보대 야보시 제수는 가근도 가거면도. 바로 보대 소소로 누보 제수는 내근도 내거면도. 대치바 제조로 왔다. 대파 가보거래. 바로 보대로 야보 제수는 바로 보대 가거래. 누보 제수는 바로 보대 가거 말해. 대전도를 가거 소소로 빼려네. 소소로 바수 보대 야보 제수는 가본도 가보면도.
Just think about yourself, like if somebody treats you well, somebody respect, somebody treat you with dignities, will you enjoy that? If the answer is yes, then that's all. You don't take you as example, then do same thing for others. So that's what it means, like warm heart, good heart.
대체니다. 당에 단단 내 자가 있어, 봐. 내 자가 있는 가르게 전부 슈 전부 자살 깔래 가산. 다쳐서 니도 대들에 송아. 봐.
So I'm kind of talking in loud, so I'm exhausted, so I'm going to stop here. I'm talking quite loud. I'm exhausted, so I will stop here. It's been like 2 hours.
저로서 슈 맞아. 내 슈자 되어봐. 깔래 가요.
I'm the one who's putting so much effort, like pressure in my word, my voice, so I got exhausted now.
내가 다사 데려라 게트스 슈 맞아. 내 배슈자. 가봐요나 제노거든.
Sometimes I kind of forgot that I have mic, so I talk kind of like. Even even in the monastery, I teach. I use because there are a lot of students. I teach all monks. Sometimes the students they kind of like hand gesture, like kind of not saying like you have mic. They kind of like saying like that. Almost there, my student about to scold me. It's not about finishing. It's not about finishing. So should not think about like that. Otherwise, you can just invite some, they will read 100 times. No, it's not about finishing. So don't think that I didn't finish. It's not about finishing. It's about how it's like putting your heart into this practice. It's about that. It's not about finishing or didn't finish. So in the future, if I have time, I will, finish.
야, 근데 세부 첨바사 되와 세부 첨비가 로종야 될 자세 셔바 바로도 첨바 주일래. 점마도 뜻소래. 될 자자요. 아니 점망가도 디세스 쉬는게 될 시거나 시 주로 봐. 같이 디세 마시나요? 그러 텐데야 보래. 점마치 셔야 텐데야 보여래. 돼. 그러봐. 나도 텐데야 사지 자잔 티야사래.
So I'm going to stop in the Mayan part of the Lamrim teachings. So the main practice within the Mayan tradition is six perfections. So then near future, so I probably, if I have time, I will, finish.
당내 저로서는 쉬야지를 다 저로서 난이를 nen조마가 삼을 때 난조만 요래야 부 제거 요러 봐. 제거 요봐 소다 다 저로 소소소소 땅거 요나 뭐지 최초 제바데 동거 버. 최초 제바데 최초 세를 당가서 최초 영화세를만 영화대요 망원 제바절에.
망우죠.
그러봐. 최초 제바데 동쇼세는 다 난조미가 동세가 쪼어데 지대래. 난조마랑 수요래. 하고 최초 제바데 제쇼세 최초 제바데 제거는 가 디딜에 용거 있으니 까농요래서 가도 세지 손을 못 쳐도 거도 근데 까농소. 나 저로서 제주 제바 제거는 뒷녀마다 갈래 용어세네 까농요 그래서
I was heard that here the last year the group of people did Vajrayogini retreat and you are showing a lot of interest in Vajrayogini practice, but this like Sechu, the 10th in Tibetan lunar calendar, there's like upper 10, lower 10 refers to 25th on the Tibetan calendar. Upper 10 refers to the 10th. There's both called lower 10, upper 10. So lower 10 usually is 25, so for clear it out. So Rinpoche said this Sechu practice is like gathering here, so doing the chok offerings. So this is important part of the Vajrayogini practice. And I heard from like Chapji Song Rinpoche, many of my masters, the Vajrayogini make the commitments. Whenever there's like Sechu practice, she will show up.
근데 로지테네로 수송아 걸어서 초바초네라 최저 땅네라 nen조마 배가 여바게 로지 수송아 초바초네 되네 최저 제바 제네 되네 마티게 되는 뭐뭐 초바초데 되는 뭐 마신 게 제메도는 용화 로지 시행도가
소는 보지 너.
소는 보지
Chapji Song Rinpoche told the stories like when they are doing this Sechu practices, so mainly, of course, there's monks doing Sechu practice. All of a sudden, just some women appear in the congregation. Nobody knows from where. It just appears. That happens. So
nen조마 코로페에서는 가서 하고 도고 말아 이제 동마보스 넣을 딸에서 용거 말아 제메트네 용거 요사래 제당가 제메트네 뭐 강에 당기 제메 사바선도 세야트네 로지를 드네 요 아래서
Vajrayogini will not appear with all this like string instrument and like like this like wrathful. It appears as like woman. So and that's the only way we can see if Vajrayogini really appear as we see in the painting. We will probably not see it appears as in the form of female figure.
제당은 nen조마 되게 그러고 사진은 셀라 용거래서 난좀 셀 맞아 저도네 파지 마지니는 마지 되게 셀라 녀마래 마지 되게 셀라 녀마 nen조마 그러는 게 켈레체요 그래서 지지 제바 체다 나한테 용거 있으니 얘다 다들 나로서 이치 제가로 다들 팽어요 댕에 저로서 쇼가야 돼 가르려 주나 대대 저로서 초바 추추저 전에 드네 전에 제전 양한테 제바 백이나 내요라요 제전 제바한테 백어 아버문한테서 고들 레카트리사를 군달을 용달을 제쳤던 거요. 대화를 다른 거로서 건조 제쳤던 거요. 제쳤던 마마세 그래서 단단 조보도 용거 말해 돼 인지가 얘기를 봐 전에. 그러봐. 이걸 전에 인지민지 계신 놈만이 배 돈을 야보여. 마도 걸어서 언제도 강가 걸어서 제거도. 대화는 언제도 강가 제메스가 제거요. 걸어서
So now here the Sechu, there's like the practice that you do on 10th and 25, mainly Tsok offering, that's called Sechu. It's a critical part of the Vajrayogin practice. So that's what the Vajrayogin herself said when there's this gathering, practice that she will show up. So we have to trust her word. So New York, in Taiwan, they have like Seju group. Seju group, that's what it's called. That level, Seju group. So if the two Gishis come, that is good. If given the two Gishis here, if they don't come, so then in Taiwan, so they do it by themselves. So so I think not right away. Eventually, there's something to think about, like having a Seju group. So then do it here together. So.
조보 마요나 저로서 로조 체네 강리 체거는 강에 내 신경이 체네 그봐 저 내가 대 신경이 제가 이는 남지 이는 다 순시 요래 친 저거 여러분 저거 야 말이야 저야 대말라요 저거면 순시 요대를 강을 질래 용거로 와 수지 매된 저거 야 말이야 내가로서 내를 다 가르치고 계시니가 하고 그래 맞으지 총조 제사 야본도 간 처음은 저를 친 전에 요 치료도 저 It
may not happen very soon, maybe something to think about down the road. So first need to learn how to do this Tsechu offerings, so it can be learned. So then same situation in Taiwan, when there's teaching, people show up. When there's no teaching, the people don't show up. It's not that good. Sometimes all these Dharma friends who have received ini should get together, then do the puja. So then I'm not sure like what's happening here, but it's very nice environment. So two Gishis knows what's happening here. I have no idea. They namju sogu me the Gishinji ngo ge haku me nga ka go ko so me de ge musho. Gishinji haku me ge haku mala. Khensur was wondering why you are laughing so. Khensur was asking me what I said. I said exactly what Rinpoche said.
He said, "Yaboyo, Tangaru Nosa is a native Torosol, pay con totos. One at only Nosa is a Nojila Lagayo, Toros Kanganchi Yaboyo. Yonchi Yaboyo, one of the Mother Kasset and the Bay, Chukaze says on a cemetery,
So I feel like very like home here, like feeling like home. So I see progress, Some other places, no matter how many teaching you give, their minds become harder and harder and harder, doesn't become softer. So I feel here like more like home. So I see the progress. So that's what I'm saying this time.
Choosing the same payout. You got the town, Malaysia, Naru Chitu. Nemala. Putu Chili said. Mela, Koros Temboso and Lama Nai, Sotan Day, the tree. So she took a meat over the Kangaloloya, Julia Taylor. She took a meal, put to chilies or chatting. Neta. Tennyson, Tamani, the chorus of a child, Abo, Ya Church, Diana, Natana, Yungabango, Chicha at the Sema Yard to Yard, Choros, Sema Tar and Roganugas.
The case here, like, very purpose of studying, practicing Dharma is to be kind. I see this here. But I also have like center in like Malaysia. I've given like name Punso Chiling, but there are like all kind of jealousy within the center. Then finally I said, I don't want to lead the center, so don't get me involved here. So that very purpose of teaching Dharma, studying Dharma is to be kind, to get your mind better and better, not like harder and harder and fight, get jealous here, there. So that happened even in Taiwan and Malaysia. So I see that. So that's why here I see improvement. You are so humble, and each time when I come here, it looks better. So makes me feel very like home.
And you could tell and Tanga Yunga Mesa, Soros. Also, Chisha at Choros sell the Peto Medus, similar Payatawan and Medus, Ninga Kalekazeres.
I told them I will not come back because it's not really helping that you guys getting like fighting each other, getting jealous, And this is a waste of your time, it's a waste of my time, no improvement. It's just a waste of time, just teaching you to come here, that's it there. No improvement. I say, I will not come back. Malaysia, not here, sorry. Ale koto ya yugu mai la de mare la Malaysia shoto re.
내 용금에 세가 말아. 아니 거저 떨로니 소도도 거저 나 저러 그 계시잖아 낸데체 좋아요. 조제대로 제사.
They are asking, so, okay, maybe give us permissions, we can invite some other gishis here to our center. If you decide not to come back, please give us permissions to, maybe we can invite somebody else.
예제 도래를 라마 저러 이 세사래서. 저러 조제대로 제사. 나 선 낸데체는 제 단단 노지에는 서지 용해라고 말하다서.
Yeah, then
저러 세도 쟤는.
I said, you have my full permissions. Whomever you want to invite, you can invite. I don't think anybody will come when they see, when they see fighting, jealousy, all of the controlling, all of that. Probably nobody will say, you have full freedom, full permissions now.
쟤는 내가 나 따바리선 더 말아. 나로 기준이 도자 제자어. 다리 제자어. 기준이 더 하선을 또 먼저 다제 있어. 쟤는 로그 메사.
I already decided in my mind, so I've already lined up two of my students to send it there. So they also feel like toxic environment, they don't want to go.
다 계속 간데 nga 말레이시아를 자 진이선 로아래 뭐 싱가포르 로아래 투마소. 그좀 너도 싱가포르.
The people who started the center in Malaysia, they are originally from Singapore, so I've been back there a few times. I never heard that group again. I don't know.
미젠다 수시자가 레서는 컨트롤로자 그랬더니 우수자 제용도 되시니.
So they are kind of very much driven by jealousy. If they see some new people come to their center, they don't express joy. They're kind of so why you are here? There's something like that kind of attitude.
다 먹으면 당 가로 손대를 용취 원에 전에 야보이 선바 야보 제거래. 솔리나 페토거와 당 가로서 대바침이 주쟁이래. 대바침이 주쟁이다. 차도 줘야요 말. 실제로 차도 줘야요 말. 컨트롤 논의가 말해.
So far here everything's very well. So I will encourage not to get jealous to each other, so to get well together and create harmonious communities. So that's the whole point to study is to be kind.
선바대 야르로 된 가정 가로서 시라지 못된 거 여러 봐. 대야당 가대 빠랑 가대 빠라 성가대 모두 있어 정도가. 그러면 가대 송시 정도가. 그걸 능면은 송시 바로 전부 소지 모두 소화서 성제지 사는 로슈세 거래. 로다 야야 돈에 다른 성제지 사는 로슈 수용을 여러 봐.
Yeah, we've been reciting this Heart Sutra, very end of the Heart Sutra word Teata, God, Parsam, God, both meaning go beyond, go highest of the highest. Meaning improve your mind like that. Goes for better to better to highest level. So now you need to check. So am I going like this? Go, or maybe you need to check. So means God means go means go from better to better and better, improve. So we need to check ourselves. Am I going like this? Becoming kinder and kinder.
야, 다 마음반다 저로서 원에 돈에 주대 야보 샤와 론로 용화도 제 야지 공배 용이가 나로 멜로 요자가 얘다 저로서 내나요 멜로 자거래서.
So I will also pray for your spiritual success, or you'll succeed in your practice, and I will pray and everything in my power so you do the same thing. Yeah.
네 하나로 가동배 친소야 뇽추 빼야 보여서는 가서 가는 게 나고요.
Wherever I go, I tell people Kadamba Center is very unique and there's a lot of good people, humble people. I tell wherever I go.
야, 다 취재 되는 야보슈다.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now that's all. Yeah.
Turn to
Yeah, the long life. Maybe we'll say it, long life. Yeah. No, just wait. Tamla, just wait. Yeah. Chavela Namdi Jenda Tsebe Nyebe Nodi Chijo Ngumi Zumbi Nyuze Lama Namji Shiva Lodi Shishi Chenda Nyambara Sambe Tuje Kandi Deje Shula Taye Miji Leje Teje Chodo Shadi Shulu Mandi Kebe Tsawa Hasam Chanji Zombe Yadav Gombe Desa Ranshe Pedi Shinye Jimbe Ombo Shabdi Pangdu Timji Shinda Lati Yome Teze Kala Onje Sera Seji Mishe Mumba Teze Namge Nubo Shabdi Chenze Chaje Yonzo Chushe Leshe Duze Taju Losa Lomi Kumi Shebi Pande Sije Ombo Shadi Lamzo Sunje Temge Les Namda Onje Tila Duni Renye Chaba Sami Jata Onjo Doje Zomba Shadi Lama Yedam Chosun Dame Shinye Losan Dele Kuke Tsema Nyeri Kuse Kaja Temba Shije Ranjam Jawa Seje Shala Chiye Tende Sami Temba Hasa Tabe Seje Membe Reve Debo Keme Nyudo Shenu Nini Ngala Onje Awatare Temba Raze Losan Jave Dedan Lebi Shase Jeje Lama Om Guru Benza Dara Sumati Sati Siddhi Hu Om Guru Benza Dara Sumati Siddhi Hu Om Guru Benza Dara Sumati Sati Siddhi Hu Nyudo Da Lama Sanje Dujo Nyudo Chijom This is like a long life prayer from my teacher, composed by Jabji Chunde Rinpoche, who was visited here long time ago.
Page 235. The Geshe's already chanted the first verse, so we'll continue with this second stanza.
Mandala, long mandala offering. Mandala, appreciation mandala.
Oi Gyawa Chabda Doje Chan Chempo Dong Yo Yer Ma Che Pa Yonzo Tempe Ngaram Yonchi Geri Shinye Chempo Sejir Khensur Rinpoche Jetsun Lozang Deli Pel Zamper Shengane Tempa Chempu Suje Jame Shuirun Tu Shinkang Guaju
Benza Bome Oje Seje Sa Benza Reke Aho Shojari Koyuki Kowe Visu Re Jabo Rara Shalembo Lo Zamboli No Balanshi Chadamoni Leda Leba Ngaya Da Ngaya Shi Nude Da Lonjono Dramoni Da Dramoni Jeda Rinpoche Rubo Pasanji Shinde Joye Ba Mame Paye Loto Kolo Rinpoche Nobo Rinpoche Tsumo Rinpoche Lambo Rinpoche Lambo Rinpoche Tajo Rinpoche Mako Rinpoche Tejen Poye Bumpa Gema Tewa Ma Luma Ga Dharma, Metoma, Dobema, Nasya, Tijama, Nia, Dawa, Rinpoche, Du, Namba Jave, Jante, Uso, Ni, Penjo, Poso, Masawa, Meba, Sanshi, Jibaji, Pantea Lama, Tamba, Shabatu, Yonzo, Tempe,
Khensur Rinpoche, Jetsun Losandel, Peo Sambu Shengane,
Taba Chembe, Sunjia Sami, Shuvi, Kadi, Tara, Shingambo, Wajio. Sheso so Shene, Jan Daso, Doa, Macho, Namge, Tadanyam, Simjia, Tamjela, Tuzewa, Chembe, Jinjia,
to so. Page 100 in the gold prayer book.
Next stanza.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you, Geshe-las. Thank you. We're taking advantage. Well, we're piggybacking on the end of this very auspicious week at Kadampa Center to say thank you to a center member and rejoice in all the merit that she has created. And this member is Sandy Carlson. People may not know, but she and John are relocating to Minnesota to be close to children and grandchildren. So it's bittersweet, but I think of Sandy as Miss Iceberg, not because of her personality, but because of whatever you saw her doing at Kadampa Center, you could be sure that that was only a tenth of what she was doing, and there was 90% that you were unaware of. That was behind the scenes. Publicly, she was the president of the board. She managed a lot of our online communication. She worked with membership, and the list goes on and on and on. So, Sandy, we are just so happy that we've had you here, and we look forward to you coming back. Okay. And see you. And Rinpoche is going to give you a kata.
Okay, I'm just getting over some bronchitis, so you all will be happy about that because it means I can't talk very long because that's what I do. You all know me. It is a little bit of a surprise. We do have to go back and be with family. It's not all bad. There's some good things happening too. But my heart is here, okay? So we will be back. John and I will be back to visit. It's too cold in Minnesota. We're keeping clients and family here, and all of you are here. And while I'm so appreciative of you all doing this for me, I have received so much more than I have given. And I would like to inspire all of you to give to the center, not just financially, truly, step up, volunteer, take leadership positions. You get so much more than you give. But this is my last push, okay? And then I'll be quiet. But everything that I have ever done for the center, I've been given back 1,000,000 times more. And it's because of all of you, all right? I really didn't do that much. I facilitated others. And that's what we can all do. The center has been here for what, Don, 33 years now, right? Since the center has been formed, I believe. And it's evolved over time. And it evolves because of us, all right? And we want to be here for another 33 years. And it's up to all of us and all of you, all right? Take a leadership position, get involved. There are so many people to become friends with. And you want this to continue. You want this Kadampa Center to continue. And I can't talk anymore because I'm going to start crying. I love you all.
After we finish in here, we'll be having cake outside. Oh, first, I think we're going to do a group picture.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Katas to Rinpoche, then a group picture.
O deni rindo bele tsoni kada yompa ganshi sabot lamo mari kidon rowo nonde jaye wampo
카다 데마도쇼.
Dema sembe Sera kondo Jambe yonje teye Jesu Tembe rimba konso loje Shinye drepe jano nishe Rangi cheche tombe loje Shiro teye tombe atangi Yowa yenje meba sashe Jaye tembo yeri zeje Tembo yeri choge macha Chajo nyampa chobe shode Nije chenpo yera shepo Pede tede sawa shepo Seje jaye meshu Lengo shonje lonje rande Kande nonje yela pati
有没有呢？
家园在法林的兄弟，老桑这边特见这些，感谢世界莫大莫名，才拉看到家园阿宝，难道老难着我马姐， 光在天宝出了七些，这些得了天宝第一，太殿罗杰大道中心，扎西江苏学个叫我叫宝宝，我知道钱宝，更多上宝的呀的些，得到根基即是道路，给我的大东西拉倒，你说些别叫我东西，我过了出到我宝，大些给予早晚的个。上波谢谢拉到我，有我面在面的人间谢人些，这面见别，我人不人就人别样，看人见。做人杰，做人高，罗人上人照人比，小人老人所人我人的面面在为人杰些。
Sulu kazen dosa. Gele. Sude de jawra moche de yes. Tare wani kaya ga yes lot. Choro so.
Excuse me, may I have your attention? This the red protection coat was given to my teacher as a gift from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, 14th Dalai Lama, recently. That's what he's offering. So please care with respect. Now the group photo, please. What is this? Part.